Oh, I'm back to level 1. This is a really good start to the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. You guys know we have to talk about it. The $80 mega bundle here within Modern Warfare 3, which requires fans to purchase 4 separate 2400 COD point bundles in order to unlock, you guessed it, a Fallout Power Fist with a monkey skin in it. This melee weapon can only be unlocked by purchasing $80 worth of King Kong bundles in the shop, and it basically looks like they just ripped off the model from Doomfist in Overwatch. This footage here is coming from Detonated, who claimed in their post that you cannot equip camos to the weapon itself, but it does look like you can. It's just that Activision and Call of Duty are shitting the bed today as their servers are not working properly, causing tons of players, myself included, to not be able to level up, use custom classes, equip camos, or really do anything besides wonder why we even signed into the game. $80 for a monkey fist. Holy hell, ladies and gentlemen. You guys thought the $30 hammer back in Black Ops 4 was bad? Well, it looks like Activision doubled down on that idea here within Modern Warfare 3. Now, obviously, this being the COD community, there are people out there defending the Doomfist Fallout 4 mod here, claiming that it should just be looked at as a reward for completing the Kong collection. And what the fuck, man? Completing the collection. You didn't complete anything. You bought 4 separate $20 bundles. These bundles, of course, come with operators, weapon blueprints, and tracer rounds, which on their own is annoying enough that these things even exist to begin with, but 1/3 the price of the game for 3 skins, and then you have to buy all 4 of the bundles to get the Robo Monkey Paw. Not to mention, the price point here is very meticulously set to trick people into spending $100 instead of just the 80. If you look at the COD point packages within the shop, the cheapest way to do this is 4 separate $20 purchases. You get 2400 COD points with each $20 purchase, but with the entire bundle costing 9600 COD points, with there being a bundle for 9500 COD points in the shop, some fans will no doubt just throw the extra $20 in to buy the 100 COD point bundle to save themselves time. What makes this even worse is as people are learning about this multi-billion-dollar company selling an $80 melee weapon, the fucking Call of Duty servers are having outages. This resets half or maybe even more of the player base back to level 1, where literally nothing is tracked while the server outage is happening. Like, you jump into a match, you can only use default classes against other people who are using full-on classes and kits that they've had for the entirety of the game's lifecycle. You can't level up, you can't use custom classes, you can't progress the current event camo, you can't do your weekly challenges, you literally cannot do anything, and that is just the most sickening part of this to me. Like, what a messed up juxtaposition that we have here. Countless players out there are unable to play the game because Activision servers won't let them. Meanwhile, hundreds, if not thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people are currently at this moment copying their credit card details into the game to buy $80 worth of skins that they probably won't even use just so they can run around with the Vault-Tec Kong Masher. We've all heard the term microtransaction, and we've all joked about the idea of macro transactions because there's nothing micro about the shit in the Call of Duty store, but forget about macro, man. This is a mega transaction that sets an incredibly annoying precedent for Call of Duty moving forward. It's annoying enough that it exists already, but you know, because it exists now, it's going to continue to exist going forward. I said the same damn thing back when they first announced the Black Cell Battle Pass. To me, and I'm sure many of you out there, $30 a season for a battle pass in a $70 game is just absurd. It's obscene. It doesn't make any sense. But yet still, you see Black Cell skins in every damn lobby you play here within Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. These dudes are pumping out $180 a year on battle passes in a $70 game, not to mention all the other bundles that they're likely buying. So you know there is no doubt that these people are going to drop $80 on the Winston Doomfist collab weapon. Virtually anything that they try to pull off in the shop ends up working these days, which just greenlights them to continue doing it. So don't be surprised at all whenever COD does another collaboration with a TV show or a movie that more of these mega bundles are going to start popping up. This fucking Big Show Punch of Death here costs more than the actual game, and that's wild. Like, more than the price of the actual game itself. And if that does not set off alarms in your head, I don't know what to tell you. We have seen tons of egregious nonsense from Activision over the years, but selling a melee weapon in the game for more than the actual price of the game itself is fucking wild, man. Like, I can't be alone here, right? And I've said it before, I'll say it again, we were happy when they got rid of supply drops all those years ago, but by today's standards, supply drops were a fantastic system. They got rid of supply drops because of the gambling aspect of it and how that's bad for people, but how is it good for anybody to be flooding the shop daily with stuff like this? I mean, there's over $10,000 worth of stuff in the Modern Warfare 3 / Warzone shop right now, and honestly, that figure is probably pretty low. It's probably way more than 10 grand if you want to get everything from the Modern Warfare 3 / Warzone shop, and all of it can be bought and paid for. At least with supply drops, you got rewarded with stuff for playing the game. It was completely free. I do understand the gambling aspect of it, and I do understand the compulsiveness that certain people have out there in the world, but selling $80 melee weapons that don't even transfer between games 6 months before the next game comes out is just as bad as that shit, in my opinion. Like, I don't really think that can even be argued. I live in Pennsylvania here, right? The minimum wage here is still $7.25 an hour. That's what I made before I started doing YouTube, and to be honest, I make about the same here still doing YouTube. So for old me to buy this knife skin here, I would have had to work 12 hours unloading trucks at Walmart, or listening to pissed off customers at AT&T, or guarding lumber at the lumber mill, right? All before taxes, mind you. Like, the egregiousness of all of this is absurd to me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap up this video here today by recommending better stuff for you folks to spend your $80 on. For the same price or cheaper as the Monkey Anal Fist of Doom, you can buy Pal World and WWE 2K24. That's only 75 bucks. That is cheaper than this freaking melee weapon. Alternatively, you could buy Borderlands, Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3, and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands for $74. You don't get the pre-sequel as part of that, but honestly, the pre-sequel wasn't really all that good. These games, however, are pretty freaking fantastic. If Borderlands isn't your thing, you could get Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, and Fallout 76 for exactly the same price as this melee weapon in COD, or you could choose to get Helldivers 2, The Quarry, and Phasmophobia for $69, man. You have $11 left over. You can go buy yourself some Baja Blast and a sandwich to eat while you're downloading the games. Like, it's absurd to me, the price of this freaking melee weapon within Call of Duty. And again, you guys know this only sets the precedent for them to do more shit like this in the future. Oh, it's frustrating, man. I see people saying, how are we going to let them get away with this? Well, here's the thing. If you don't want them to get away with it, don't purchase it. But that's the thing, right? Like, it always comes down to that. People always say, well, if you want to fix COD, you gotta stop buying COD. People are gonna buy COD. That's the problem, man. Like, once they put this out there, there's no going back. They're gonna be successful with it, and they're gonna continue to do it. Like, if everyone boycotted COD, sure, then they would have to make changes in COD. But COD has tens of millions of fans that buy the game pretty much every single year. You know, a bunch of us boycotting it is not really gonna change anything. It's going to be just a drop in the bucket at the end of the day. And the same thing is gonna be true of this. Even though people like myself obviously are not going to be purchasing this. I don't buy anything from the shop. And even if tons of you in the comments of this video say, oh yeah, I'm not going to buy this, there's no way in hell I'm going to buy this, again, drop in the bucket, because you know for a fact over the course of the next week we're going to see people running around with these skins from those bundles, and you're going to get meleeed on shipment over and over by this as they're trying to get the camos for it. You know for a fact it's going to happen. Activision knows what they're doing. Once they've reached that critical point of having so many fans, they know they can virtually get away with anything, and there's not much that we can do as the community besides watch it and just watch the franchise burn from the inside out. But guys, that's it for this video here today. I could go on, but I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'm not very happy about this. I'm sure most of you guys aren't either, and yeah, what a fun day to be a Call of Duty fan. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.